Blooming garden, sweetheart, and with wine-filled cup, this is my paradise, the most perfect setup, and since none has yet seen paradise that's in heaven, let's enjoy earthly one till our time is up. You are listening to the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, free translation by Nickolay Gurevich, read by Nickolay Gurevich. An illustrious man is called arrogant snob, a meek saying hypocrite in a pauper's robe. It is better to live as a total unknown and to die knowing none of the slanderous mob. My life isn't just reading a book after book. Praise the Lord be for all that good wine I took. And if your sober mind is too strict a teacher, pay no heed, I'll teach you where for wisdom to look. Blessed wine, replace both love and Quran. Blessed tavern, embrace your prodigal son. I shall drink so much, then when I stumble out, where is this barrel going, would ask everyone. Simple tones bear respect, as to a sage to me. God's my witness, I am not what they think of me, neither life nor myself know I any better than these fools who forever keep on reading me. Into knowing things all my efforts were put, the sublime truths learned, and of all evil's root, knots of all contradictions I undone in this world, all but the knots of death, the unyielding old brute. Brutal force, spite, and vengeance ruled world that is. What on earth do you know more certain than this? Happy men, where are they in this embittered world? Fingers on your hands, you can count them with. Contemplating existence is all I have done, nothing new left for me to learn under the sun. What I know for sure is that I know nothing, that the last truth my struggle for wisdom has won. From the best school this world, one can't know when graduation takes place. Teacher never gives 10. Though hairs are grey, I am still life's apprentice, not admitted to ranks of the real craftsman. Hard is my life, I keep messing up things, stricken by poverty, wrecked by mood swings. Yet though fate bring me nothing but troubles, even for that Allah's praise Khayyam sings. At the top of his lungs, every man screams, "It's me." In the purse jingles shrilly gold coins, it's me. But the moment one puts his affairs in order, on the braggart's door death knocks already, it's me. Heaven's no more real than hell, O my heart. There is no return from the grave, O my heart. All your hopes are in vain, O heart of mine. So are your fears. Just be brave, O my heart. One who follows reason is milking a bull. Acting wisely too often is not the best rule. In these times one should profit by playing a fool, for to be bright today is to face ridicule. Princes used to parade here in silk and brocade. Heralds' comings and goings ne'er seems to abate. Where are they? Through the ruins of an empty castle, orphan cuckoo's incessant cuckoo wouldn't fade. Raven perch on the city's old crumbling wall, holds a skull in his talons, repeats a sad call. O great king, where your troops' trumpets triumphant sound, your victory's bells endless clamorous toll. See this diligent sculptor at work with his clay, as if making great art, busy day after day. Look again more closely. Oh, what a horror! Clay is but human flesh. He is a madman at play. In the Coruscant fields, where the large grass wind swings, poppies grows profusely from blood of the kings. Upward daisies are pushed by the maiden's remains, from a cheek charming mole as shy violet springs. I am tired of being sick, helpless and poor, of the misery that seems to have no cure. Give me, Lord, a new life, if it is in your power, for the old one I can't any longer endure. In the book of my life, a few pages are left. From its spring, from its joy, only sadness is left. Youth, a bird, her arrival I cannot remember, neither when, with no warning, the light wing had left. From the godless to God, no more than a flash. From the start to the end, no more than a flash. Savor each of these precious flashes, for life is, no matter how long or how short, but a flash. Someone wise whispers softly to me in a dream, not a wish can come true, as you sleep, not a whim. Wake up now, Khayyam, you'll be sleeping forever, when the lights of your life death will finally dim. How long, clever man, you would be ruled by reason? Life is short, death is certain, grave thee gateless prison. From your flesh turned to clay, jugs and cups would be made. Drink, get used to it now, all's good in its season. Never sober I've been, and on the judgment day, to face God I will drunken be taken away. From the dawn to the dusk I kiss thee glass of wine, with a slender neck jug having my wicked way. Cup of wine and sin, filled with blessing and curse, drink today, for tomorrow could even be worth. For some day the new moon on the earth looking down, neither may find you, nor your fame, nor your worth. Will the water return? A fish asked a moon hen that ran under the bridge, and if it will, then when? Said the moor hen to her, when you done well and ready, all your questions are answered by the frying pan. Look not into the future, the troubles await, even those far-sighted who rule our fate. There are plenty today to make one's heart contented. Just make sure not to have too much stuff on your plate. The swift-footed, one by one, days come and gone. The sunset, the sunrises, by turns come and gone. Let's, bartender, forget the sad past, the bright future. Bring me wine at once, for the years come and gone. What is in store for me? To guess would be in vain. Of tomorrow's thoughts only drive me insane. Drink Khayyam, from this cup of life spill not a drop. Less and less of them still on its bottom remain. If there is a small room you may call your own, in our scoundrel's time can live by bread alone. If you neither a slave not a master, rejoice. None of this planet Earth sits on the higher throne. Sober I feel, like a monk in a cave, drunk like a madman, both foolish and brave. Somewhere between being sober and drunken, there is the truth of which I am a slave. Where each neighboring city or state all around to be conquered and turned into this dusty mound, it would make an immortal of you, O great king, your fate still the same, 6 feet deep in the ground. There are no men left who deserve my respect. Only wine gives pleasure I come to expect. I and my jug of wine won't be disconnected. It's the only thing with which I truly connect. The self-righteous priest would berate the drunk whore, drinking and selling flesh, all of us should abhor. I would freely admit the whore said my transgressions, but are you, sir, what you want to be taking for? Not of city destroyers who burn, slash and slay, only souls of the drunkards fly freely away. One should drink every day, Monday, Tuesday and Sunday, Thursday, Friday and Wednesday, and more Saturday. From the lilac blue sky, on the fields lush and green, fall like snow the petals of the white jasmine. I fill a lily cup with the red rose wine, purifying its flame, burns my soul within. If to cause hurt and fear is your only motive, on the last judgment day, don't hope for reprieve. God perhaps will forgive them who sin by omission, but the sheer wickedness He for sure won't forgive. After you once more sin, fear of hell overcome, and to sin no more, don't promise Khayyam. For to show the world His boundless mercy, God needs those who sin, every bum, every scum. In this transient world, whose essence is dust, avoid being a captive of things that can't last. What is real is spirit, essentially changeless. Into His omnipresence put all your trust. In this dangerous world, do not play a fool, one relying on others a sight pitiful, and if someone declares, I'm your friend, look again. The false friends are the worst. They are the devil's tool. Those seeking escape in a fantasy flight, in the roar of day, in the stillness of night, on the edge of abyss are not living by dreaming. Only God never sleeps, who is the truth and the light. Death does not frighten me, and my fate I blame not. Consolation in life after death, never thought. Soul eternal I got just for a little while, and will give back without a second thought. Why the powerful God, the creator of man, hasn't made them immortal? Was not this His plan? For if man is the God's, the most perfect creation, why is he but a flesh, and whose fault is it then? After drinking too much, if I am off my feet, this is just serving God, nothing more is to it. If God make me a drunkard, can I disobey Him? It is God's expectation that I try to meet. Whole Quran, not too many are willing and able to read. Only those who thirsted for truth from the cradle will read. But the word of the Prophet inscribed on a beautiful goblet, more than once one who drinks himself under the table shall read. What is man, you have asked yourself many times? If God's image you see, don't trust your eyes. At birth God pulls man from the abyss for a moment, for eternity to throw him back when he dies. The pure spirit that in the impure vessel sealed, freed by death, flies straight to the Elysian fields. There you will be at home. Here flesh is your prison. At the end, only shame, life of body shall yield. Just have mercy on me, God. Free me from the chains of the righteous life, for I am not a saint. I am a rascal of you, with the rascals put up, and insane I am, if you spare the insane. Be happy. Unhappy ones lose their minds. The stars are eternal, yet darkness is blind. To know the sinking flesh turn into dust, how one can get used to a thought so unkind. Only with the good man one should try friends to make. Of the bad ones beware, never give them a break. If a scoundrel hands you gold, throw it out. If an honest man offer you poison, take. In this world of scoundrels, hucksters and fools, put a lock on your mouth, fill the ears with wool, tightly close the eyes, think about preserving your eyes, ears and mouth as the safety rule. I have asked a wise man, tell me, what have you learned reading all these big books, not a page left unturned? Happy is one, he said, who embracing the beauty, search for wisdom gave up, and the bookish truth spurn. While staggering into a tavern at night, I stepped over an old man who could not stand upright. Do you not feel ashamed, being such an old drunkard? I asked him. Kind God shall forgive, he replied. Soon the holy day comes, for Allah mercy pray. Soon this mob will be drinking all night and all day. Every righteous read, every godly prescription, on such holy occasion it shall disobey. Tulip's face in the morning is covered with dew. A wet violet doesn't present her best view, but one can't take the eyes from not yet blooming rose, slightly lifting her skirt just to captivate you. Had the world a beginning, and if it had, when is the greatest puzzle God asked to solve man. Through the ages the sages keep offering answers, yet it seems to come up with the right one none can. He whose table has only a cracked jug with water and a loaf of bread on the old broken platter must alas bow to the one who isn't as good as he, and consider the one who is not his better. My advice: drink and fall in love at any age. To put airs on is to be locked in a cage. God omnipotent has no need whatsoever for your stately moustache or my bird of a sage. Why do you think a cock heralds every new day with a loud cry like a moistened prey? In the mirror of dawn, when we all are still sleeping, he sees how one more night is slipping away. Which drop in the life's cup is not a sparkling one, for a short while here and the next moment gone, but he who fills the cup would spill numberless droplets, sparkling brightly as you are each day, just for fun. Where is the trusted friend, the one whom I can tell truth about the man on which I daily dwell, made of the torment's dust, formed from the trouble's clay, coming here day before the next one leave his shell. To the teachers we go to learn in our youth, later others will knock on our doors to get truth. What the truth? Turns to wind man who is a drop started. To deny this Khayyam would be of no use. I was born, but the stars stayed the same, not one more. I shall die, but will shine the sun as before. Where we come from and where go is never known. What is thought of as true truly is fairy lore. Where have these sages gone, the wise men of our race, to pursue the whole truth on the wild goose chase, wasting words to no end, to confirm God's existence, never seem to agree, left without a trace. There are many regrets as I tie love's life loose ends. Not too much time is left for the hasty amends. I, the madman, have not heard from what God has been saying, doing everything wrong just to break His commands. Tomorrow covered in a mist is never clear. The constant thoughts of it cause weariness and fear. This fleeting moment miss not, for who knows, perhaps the new day will bring nothing but new tears. To hell with the prayer, fast, mosque and mullah. Let's drink wine, my friends, to give praise to Allah. Our flesh undergone many a transformation, becomes a jug for wine or bowl for pilau. Look, here lies on the floor an old man, drunken fool, lost his mind by found God in wine pool, having no strength even to open his mouth, mutter under his breast, Allah is merciful. When a man on a bench throws money around, and that crawls on all fours, his bird sweeping the ground, lets the world collide, let the sky break apart, drunk without a care, he shall sleep safe and sound. For compassion, my suffering heart, don't look. For the truth in the world that lies, don't look. There is not in this world from grief medication. Reconcile to it, for the cure, don't look. This speck of dust, a woman's flesh it was, a raven ringlet, a long lash it was. To wipe dust off your face, be mindful and tender, a matchless beauty it, perhaps, once was. Like a widower, this old jug always said, his incessant laments drive one almost mad. Where he cries are the men who had made, sold and bought me. All the maker, the seller, the buyer are dead. I bought once an old jug which told me of his plight. I've been a king before, proud of my famed might, but from clay I became this jug made by a potter, who turned me, the great king, into a drunk's delight. This old jug in the room of a man poor as dirt was the mighty vizier, the first knight of the court. This old cup, held by the hands, all shriveled and shaking, was the breast or the lips of the famous flirt. Don't cry when the clouds are grey in the spring. Ask for wine and wait, for the next day shall bring the large grass growing out of our remains, and red poppies blooming to make the lark sing. Stop your thinking, old man. Look at this little boy. the sand castle he builds to play with as a toy. Give him sagely advice, be young man very careful with what wear the wise heads and the hearts full of joy. In the cradle a baby, a corpse in a grave, that is clear, the rest shadows in the cave. Drink your cup to the end, don't ask many questions. Would the master reveal his intents to a slave? Under these skies life is but a veil of tears, no mercy they have, our cries don't hear. Men who aren't yet born, if you only had known what is lying ahead, you have never come here. Don't mourn, mortal man, what was lost yesterday. Do not measure what's coming by what's got away. Gone forever the past, there may be no future. Seize the present, stop dreaming, be happy today. Months replaced one another each year before us. Sages were born and died many times before us, trodden under your foot. Those crumbling stones were before us the pupils of the charming eyes. Rather than to believe in the paradise bliss, give to your sweetheart the most passionate kiss. Houris, fountains, roses, but the empty sounds. It is this life delights I intend not to miss. Men of old, one will hardly in wisdom excel. Is their life everlasting? Who can truly tell? In this earthly garden, were thee one in heaven, after all having died, you may go to hell. You to a manor born, bred on fat of the land, your manor's roof may on the rotten pool stand. If the weak mortal flesh is your soul's only house, think of that fool who had built his house on sand. Walk in darkness they who to the dogmas adhere, and the thinkers aren't sure what is here, what is here. O fools, both of you, look in the wrong direction. A voice from heaven will soon pronounce, I fear. It is better to steal or to starve than to end up as a fawning dog licking his master's hand. I would rather eat bread and drink nothing but water than feast with the oppressor of this enslaved land. It's a shame for a man to submit to a fate of a greedy fly eating from any plate. O Khayyam, better not to have food whatsoever than for bone of a rich man's tables to wait. If a man who worked hard to earn his daily bread, still does not have a place to lay down his head. Should he bow to them who think they are his betters, after taking from him through his life all he had?